Yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of 3 is the Magic Number. Beautiful day today. The sun was shining. We all in a better mood, but still, you got to keep staying focused, keep observing everything and watch behind your back and keep going. We have to fight for the best. Tonight, I got a very, very, very special guest, and I'm really proud and honored to have him here with us on board on the show. Very dear friend of mine. We know each other for a while. I've been a huge fan of his music, and when I got to know him, of himself as well. This was one of his tracks, Vertigo, beautiful track and a beautiful album. So we're going to talk about it now. And let me see if he's there around. You know how it is with the Detroit brothers. Okay, it always starts with the D-Town brothers not working right. Okay, Mr. Stacey Pullen could be live with me in a second. Is he?
I'm here, man. I'm here, brother. Don't worry. I'm here. I was like saying through the phone, I'm like, come on, man. I'm here. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm knocking on the window.
You know, the funny thing is, like when you my fingers are fatty, huge fingers, DJ fingers, not fingers, you know, and they put that little sign down there to request the people for very tiny. It doesn't work, never work. And when you press double on it, you see everything in front of you. It's like, okay, that's not the purpose of the show, man. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just hanging out here in the other D-Town.
The other D-Town, the brotherhood. It's my neighborhood, actually, when I'm there all the time, huh?
Yeah, exactly. You know, you get the red carpet welcomed out for you when you get here, brother.
I know, and I feel always so proud about it, coming to Detroit and enjoying the love from you, all of you. It's I can't exchange it with anyone else. Every time I say it's an amazing feeling, you know.
You're the only one. You're the only one who can wear the Detroit hat and can complain complain with the Dusseldorf.
Everyone said that, you know. I'm allowed to have that D.
Yeah.
Perfect. How's everything, my brother?
Everything's good, man. You know, just taking it easy on the Sunday afternoon. You know what I mean? It's just super hot here in Detroit. You know, I've been enjoying being at home. I've been doing some domestic things. You know, today is laundry day. You know, I've been, you know, doing my thing in the studio a little as well. You know, just taking it easy. Today, you know, today is Father's Day, so I'm gonna, you know, hang out with some fam for a minute, you know, and just take it easy. Maybe have me a glass of wine, a couple of tequilas, you know.
Man, it's been a while for me.
Yeah, along with some green tea. That's been my drink for the last month or so. I've been drinking cold ice green tea. It's got good antioxidants in it, you know.
That's what they say.
But you know, look at the Japanese. They're on point for as far as health and mental capacity, you know.
For sure. I mean, I love green tea as well, especially when you mix it with something.
Long Island iced tea.
Man, it's been a while that I had some drinks, brother.
Yeah. I have some wine every now and then. Well, 3 weeks ago when I was over Carl's house, we had some tequila.
Oh, you got to drink with Carl tequila, man. There's no way out, you know.
yeah. But I do some wine every now and then, you know.
Amazing.
But it's been so hot. It's been so hot that, you know, I just been drinking water and green tea.
Perfect. So you're gonna stay awake now for the next 1 week, I guess, with the green tea.
Yeah, that's what I like it.
But brother, I want to introduce you very quick to our people out there with a little short. You know, my style is a little text that I write for everyone, and feel free to copy it and have it for you own by
copywritten by Loco Dice. Okay.
Let's do this. I would like to introduce our guest for tonight's show, Mr. Stacey Pullen, a.k.a. Bongo, a.k.a. Black Odyssey, a.k.a. Graffiti, a.k.a. Cosmic Messenger. Stacey was raised in Detroit, where he became interested in electronic music early in his life. An innovator from the second wave of Detroit techno, for those who don't know. He grew up under the mentorship of Detroit's legendary three, Derek May, Juan Atkins, and Kevin Saunderson. From the age of 9, playing flute in his school band, Stacey has always been playing musical instruments. In his final years at school, he found himself traveling around to a lot of cities in the U.S. playing in school bands. He had also seen and been prepared for the musician's life from watching his father, who was in a Motown band called the Capitals in 1970s. Filling much of Stacey's childhood with observation of life dedicated to music and travel. His first DJ gig came in May 85. It was also his first high school party.
Yeah, baby.
89. While still at university, Stacey bought his first drum machine, a Yamaha RX-7. Wow, I watched it on Google. We talk about it later.
Yeah.
In 92, he released his first official EP under the name Bongo. In early 93, Derek May started encourage him to play gigs in Europe to widen his audience. He invited Stacey to join him in Amsterdam for a month. That month became a year. After that year, it was time for Stacey to move back to Detroit, ready to establish himself and start his own label, Black Flag Recordings. What followed was amazing projects like the legendary album. We played the song just now from it. Today is the Tomorrow You Were Promised Yesterday and a legendary DJ Kicks mix in 96. Please welcome Mr. Stacey Pullen!
Also, it was my first drink of beer at my first high school gig in May of 1985. So we got to put that as a footnote. The first one beer.
How the
40?
Oh yeah, okay. I forget in the U.S. one beer is not like us. One small beer which is ice cold and you just bounce it. It's a pinch.
40. Well, we shared it. We shared it between about 5 of us.
Wait, you had a 40?
A 40.
Oh, that's not a beer. That's a 40. Okay, for all of you out there who don't know what a 40 is, Google it. I used to have a 40. Like back in the day, when you're a teenager, you try a lot of shit. And one of them is the 40 and a lot of stuff until you get several headaches and several disgusting moments waking up or that when you feel like awful after it. We mixed the 40s with, of course, blunts. Man, I think I was KO'd every time 2 weeks or 3 weeks after that session with friends.
Dude, the first time, every time I drink beer from here on out, every time I drink beer, it reminds me of that first sip that I took.
But a 40 is not a beer, bro. A 40 is
malt
a
liquor. Malt liquor. Yeah, it's malt liquor. Much more stronger.
Man, that was the first, me growing up in Germany and growing up in a hip hop culture. So you had always that 40 in front of you. It was like a legendary 40. I'm like, what the fuck is this 40? You couldn't get it in Germany. And when we were the first time in New York, in the US, it was in New York, we tried the 40, man. I was like, fuck that shit. Yeah. I gotta drink it because it's hip hop. Okay.
Yeah.
You get used to a lot of stuff.
The real key is when you can drink one by yourself. If you can drink one by yourself and still hold up, you the bomb. You a man.
You mean the whole bottle? Nah, impossible. I'm not that. No. I mean, we share it. We did like you. You share it. You puff, give, and you drink. You share the 40. Only the real OGs can hold the 40. Let's start with this, bro.
Exactly.
Oh, man. My brother. 3 is the magic number, 3 favorite things. And are you prepared to show us your first favorite thing?
I'm prepared, brother. All right.
I'm excited.
All right. So the first one is this here.
Ooh. Oh.
So this right here, you think this is an album, right?
No, it's not an album.
But then you take it out, and then there's a laser disc.
Beautiful. Where can you put that laser disc in?
Yeah.
Where you put it, where you play it?
I don't play it now, but I've always kept it because this was the first time that I heard about Basquiat. This was like early 90s. So when I saw this the first time, it inspired me so much that I kept this. I keep this in my records. So whenever I go through records, I'm going through my vinyl collection, like you have behind you. I go through it, and every time I stumble across it, it reminds me of so much inspiration that I have when I saw this the first time, because this was the first time I saw him, knew anything about Basquiat, and it inspired me so much, bro. I was like, you know what? I can't play it no more, but this stays with me forever. And I keep it in my vinyl. So I'm going through vinyl, like if I got a gig I'm going through, I stumble across it and take inventory and say, like, yeah, this was the bomb. All right, I'm ready to do the gig now. You know what I mean?
What an amazing
David
artist.
Bowie was in it too, you know.
But what is it? Is it like, wow, that's amazing, man.
Yeah, so so this was, I mean, a Laserdisc was, I mean, you put this in just like a DVD player.
But it's huge. Where you put it in? That's what I'm trying to understand. I don't want to embarrass myself. Like, did I miss something in the evolution of technical?
So just think of a DVD player, right?
I know. Okay, a DVD player.
A DVD player, but it took these. So you had to put the whole thing in the machine, close it, and it played.
There was a machine for this huge thing they call Laserdisc.
Laserdisc, exactly. Exactly. So,
oh my God, I'm learning a lot of stuff lately, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That's amazing. Yeah, and it's music on. It's his collection of music.
It's the movie.
The movie. Okay.
The movie Basquiat.
Okay, I'm confused completely. Beautiful.
So it's the movie. Yeah, this is it. So this is the bomb. So I watch this every so often. I have a digital now. You know, you can watch it on iTunes or. For sure. But it's so funny. I'm not the only one. Everybody is like writing in the chat. Big CD is not a CD, it's a Laserdisc. I was confused. I missed that little bit in my life, like a Laserdisc. I'll take it out for you again so you can see. I saw it, man. It's amazing. That's amazing, man. Well, that's amazing. And do you had does it remind you for a special time of your life? Yeah. So this was when I was just becoming an artist, more and more getting into it, sort of trying to find my voice, as Bleak would say in Mo Better Blues, Denzel. It's like I'm trying to find my voice. I was just watching it like a few minutes ago, so it's still in my head. And and I saw this, and it's sort of, he comes from the hood, he was homeless. But nothing deterred him away from being creative. He had people that was basically wanted to get his artwork in the museums and galleries, but he wasn't fazed by any of that. He just wanted to fill the pulse of the streets, create his art and do his thing, and he had some of the most amazing people around him support him because he was a very talented brother from Haiti, man, Haiti, from Haiti. Haiti. And he had,
Andy Warhol helped him a lot as well in that time, right? I mean, he was a huge graffiti artist and an amazing artist. And I know in the US, it's hard to come, especially as a black man from the street to an art establishment by that time was really hard, And I think he came in a time where it was really, he was lucky to it was Studio 54 and it was all the circumstances worked well for him, to represent himself, and he never changed. He was Basquiat. He was the crazy Basquiat that he was always.
And it was and he was at the height of the hip hop culture as well, I mean, the hip hop was already around for a few years, but he was immersed in it with Fab Five Freddy and Madonna. You know what I mean? He was in some of Madonna's videos with Fab Five Freddy when
I think he dated Madonna by that time.
Exactly. So that every time I see anything Basquiat, man, it's like I pay homage to my man.
Amazing.
And I got a couple books with this artwork in it, and it's like a staple around the Pullen.
Amazing. Brother, after Basquiat, I don't know how I find the way to it, but it's always time for stupid questions after the first favorite one. Even though Basquiat, I mean, now you inspired me a lot that I have to watch that movie. I don't remember that movie, to be honest with you. I mean, I read a lot about Basquiat, but you forget the history a lot when too much things happening around. But thank you for inspiring me. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
How do you feel about putting pineapple on your pizza?
I have to be in the mood for it, actually. I mean, I've had it before.
Really?
But it's been 10, 15 years.
How do they call it pineapple pizza in America?
They just say, pineapple pizza.
In German, they call it Pizza Hawaii.
Pizza Hawaii, yeah. That's if you go to those these cheesy places where, you can get that you see on the menu, or you could just go to a pizza place and say, you got any pineapples? Let me get it on there. You know what I mean?
Another question. If a boy named after his dad is called Junior, what do you call a girl named after her mom?
Juniette.
Really?
Juniette.
Fucking hell, man. Today is a learning session for me. Thank you, Stacey.
I just made it up, bro. I just made it up. Junior, Juniette.
I like Juniette. Juniette kicks in, my brother. Did you do you said you were in the studio? You working on new music, new album? I mean,
yeah.
You've been touring a lot before all this COVID-19 bullshit. You were touring a lot, heavy touring.
Yeah,
so there was not that much time in the studio, but now perfect. Huh?
Exactly. Yeah. So I've finished up a few tracks before the lockdown, and then I finished 2 more tracks during the lockdown. But right now, I've been a Logic guy for 25 years, making music with Logic Pro, and I've always had Ableton, but I never just kind of delved into it because I've always been busy, and I'm like I don't have the patience to relearn how to make music again. I just want to get in the studio, press record, and just jam. Well, since the lockdown, I decided to sort of go back to school mentally, to sort of press reset. Now I've been learning Ableton. I have Ableton Push. I know everybody's all the DJ producers man, you late, motherfucker, you late. I'm like, hey, I've been Logic guy. I'm sorry, So hey, we all have the same path but different roads, And I've been Logic. But I got tired of sort of cutting, pasting, copying. So I want to go back to sort of the live way of doing mixing and arranging and stuff like that, So I've been learning Ableton. I've been getting into it. It's been 2 months now. I bought Push, and I've been up late nights, drinking my green tea, keeping me up with the caffeine. So
do you feel a big difference between moving from Logic to, I mean, I'm not saying you're moving, but experimenting now with Ableton to Logic? I mean, of course, the workflow is completely different.
Right,
I mean, it is completely different.
It is.
But how do you feel about it?
Well, I think from a creative aspect, it's limitless possibilities. I got sort of when I did Ableton, Logic, I sort of followed the same routine in and out for the last 20-something years. I figured that I sort of wanted to take a different approach. And with Ableton, it's like an empty canvas, and you sort of color it with different colors. Paint it with different colors, and the lights. On the Push now. It's just I'm just oh my God, it's amazing to me.
You're watching YouTube tutorials.
Yeah, I've been looking at math tutorials. But you know what? I hate reading books, especially
technical books, producer books, man. Forget it.
I'm I get so impatient doing that stuff. I can read something else that's going to give me some knowledge, but as far as technical books and manuals, man, I'm I don't want to read about making music. I'd rather see somebody and see it hands on.
Perfect. Do you think about bringing it into kind of live character, into your semi-live action, like a lot of DJs who use Push? I mean, you would have to change no.
I doubt it. No, that's too many pushing buttons, Hats off to my boys who do it, Hats off, but I'm still in that rotary.
Yeah, man. Respect to those guys who use all these machines on their DJ set. I don't understand anything when I watch them, but It's okay. I'm limited. I like to play other people's records. Record 1, record 2. People dance. I dance. Happy party.
Exactly. Yeah, and I've been buying new speakers. You know, I've been sort of tweaking the studio a little bit more too. I bought some new speakers a few weeks ago. You know, rewiring the studio. Just kind of getting refocused and reset, man. You know, that's where it's at now. So my next tracks, I'm gonna let people hear them. I'm sending you some and see if we can tell a bit of a difference when it comes to the arrangement. Because the talent is always gonna be the same.
I'm excited.
The inspiration is gonna be the same.
Oh yeah. I'm excited. I mean, the quality will also be the same, but I'm excited. Will it be on Black Flag or you don't know yet?
I'm not quite. I'll probably do some stuff on Black Flag. Yeah. I mean, but I got a couple things that I'm not sure I'm gonna deal with yet. You know, but it be coming. But I'm also gonna be redoing, remastering a couple albums of my past albums that I did. The Silent Phase album that I did on Derek May's Transmat label, and then my Cosmic Messenger that I did on Ellipsia a few years ago too. That album that you played earlier, the Tomorrow is the Day You Promised Yesterday, that is still in limbo. I'm trying to get the rights back because
it's on Virgin, huh?
Yeah,
it was your first major.
Yeah. It's kind of difficult to get to them and sort of say, "Can I have my music back, please?"
There must be a way, man. There must be a way. They have to respect us, and there must be a way. I mean, sometimes we talk about it another time. I don't have an idea.
Yeah.
Stacey, after that laser disc attack, are you shocking us with your second favorite thing?
All right, so I'm gonna move to the side a little right here. If you can see this. This is my extensive cologne collection. So
I love you.
Can you see that right there?
I love you.
So I'm all, I've always been a guy who wanted to smell good no matter what. Bro, I get out the shower. I've been on lockdown, get out the shower, 10 o'clock at night, I'm still putting on cologne, you know what I mean? So, we got different kinds here. We got this called Soul of Amber that you can only get in Barcelona right here. This is kind of niche right here. Then we have, we got the classic M7 right here.
Oh, I used that one too. Yves Saint Laurent. Yep. Amazing. Old school. Yeah, man.
Then we have Pharrell's fragrance called Girl.
Oh, I didn't check this one.
Yep. And,
Girl.
Yeah,
is it fruity?
Yep. And then we got some Comme des Garçons here. Comme des Garçons.
Yeah, old school, man.
Yes, exactly. This right here. This right here is the first.
The first, yeah.
Back in this was done back in the 60s.
What up with Snoop Dogg?
I think we got an Amazon package, so I just got to knock on the door. So that's what it is.
You got to show who's the boss, man. Man, I love that. I love that.
So I got like 22 bottles of cologne right here, right?
And you check what is so they're all your favorites. So however your mood is, however the day is, you just put.
Exactly. So, I almost got a fragrance for every day of the month.
I love you, Stacey.
Yeah,
and that's why everybody wants to play back to back with Stacey. That's the secret. His music, his character, and his smell.
Yeah, bro. I scour the internet for great fragrances, man. Sometimes I can't get some different colognes because they're out of stock. I'll get on the internet and search, and I just buy the oils. You know what I mean? The oils which last just as longer. You know what I mean? It's actually more pure form without alcohol.
As much and as long as I know you, I would never ever thought you're gonna pull this out as your favorite. I love you. I love you.
Yeah. So I've been since high school, man. Since high school, I was 18 years old.
A normal dude.
I've always had an abundance of cologne. I don't know what it is. It's all about the smells, man. Cologne and kicks for me. Amazing. Not necessarily sneakers, but shoes. You know what I mean?
Amazing, man. I love that. So good to know for everybody. When you know Stacey's birthday, you know what kind of present Stacey is up to. Surprise him with a limited or a very amazing style of perfume.
Yep.
That's good.
Nothing that you get from the duty free
No,
store.
no. We don't want that. We don't want that. I mean, I've seen Tom Ford. The M7 you get duty free.
Yeah, well, I'm now. I mean,
that's an exception. Yes.
Yeah. Years ago,
because I buy it duty free. This is always like my backup perfume.
Hey, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna clue you in on a secret, right? So, traveling through airports, you got time to kill on your layover. When I used to, so I'll go through the duty free store and go to the tester, you know, the cologne, spray a couple on the little sheets, you know. Put it one in this pocket, one in my other pocket, and two in my front pocket, and smell them throughout the flight. And be like, yeah, I like this one. No, I don't like this one. I like this one. So the next time I go to the airport, I'm like, okay, this is the one I want to buy.
Because they work, you know, the smell when it get with your own body, with your own smell, then it comes a real smell out. That's the thing. I thought you're gonna tell what I always do with my brother Ben is like. When you have parties and you have to connect between those parties and you don't have a hotel or something, or you come from an after hour and you have to get to the next flight, then it's like, oh, this is good. All mine. Amazing. My brother, before we come to the third favorite thing, it was lockdown. Everybody was at home. What is your favorite exercise that you would try out with me now?
Favorite exercise is doing dips. You know what dips are?
All right.
But dips. And it gets difficult because we got to do dips with one leg out. You know what I mean?
On one leg, so you cross the legs.
You know, just one leg. One leg, like this.
Okay. Like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Oi!
Yeah. Come on, man.
Man, I hate dips.
Okay, we do it with the legs crossed. I mean, or just legs down.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2,
Ah!
Woo!
Hey, what high school? Did you go to a high school? And you didn't grow. You grew up in Detroit, but was your high school in Detroit as well, or you went?
Yeah, in the hood, baby. Called Central, and it's like every school, there's a high school, every city in America called Central. and I went
to Central.
Huh?
They're like, call it Central. It's in the hood. Doesn't matter.
Yep, exactly. Central, brother. You couldn't get no more center than that.
Huh?
You can't get no more center than Central.
No, Central is Central. It's right in there, in the middle. Central.
Exactly.
You got to show it to me next time when I'm there. Detroit in the house.
That's right, baby. Ooh.
All right. Are you ready to shock me with German styles? This. What is your third favorite thing for
All right. So for those who you follow me on Instagram, a lot of people know that I'm a big vintage furniture collector.
I follow you on Instagram. I never seen furniture vintager.
If you go back a few, I mean, I don't post it all the time, but I'm a collector of like vintage furniture and mid-century modern furniture and architecture. And my home is pretty much a California ranch style home. It's kind of open, bare walls and stuff like this, you know. And so my third one is my Werner Panton chair. I'm actually sitting on it right now. I'm gonna let you see it right fast. So it's this chair right here, right?
Yes. What's the name?
Werner Panton.
Werner
So
Panton.
it's called the S chair.
Oh. Oh, okay. The famous S chair. This is what it's called. I've seen it in many design hotels.
Yeah. So this chair was one of my first chairs that I purchased when I started.
What age are we talking? What time are we talking when this came out?
This chair, this chair was designed between 1960 and 68. This is it's a Danish designer. His name is Werner Panton, and he wanted to basically. It was the first molded chair that was one piece. Because a lot of chairs now you see are a couple pieces. You know, you got the legs and the arms and the seat in the back. But this was the first chair that was made from one piece. And it's called the S chair. And it was, you know, inspired by, you know, just easy and portability and sort of the comfort that how your body naturally sits when you're in a sitting position. So, and I have a painting that's got by this guy as well. But so this is my third one, my third favorite theme, because this chair has been with me for more than 26, 27 years.
So you purchased was it expensive? Don't say a number.
Yeah. I mean, it was fairly pricey, you know, but
Okay.
I can sell it and still say that it doesn't lose its value.
Okay.
You know, it doesn't lose value, and you got a lot of knockoffs now, but this is an original.
Original.
The original, yeah. I mean,
Amazing, man.
And I bought it used. You know,
Of course, you have to buy it used. I don't think you find it new. I mean, you could find it new, but the price would be super ridiculous, I guess.
Yeah. So, and I bought it in a small little boutique place here in Detroit area, and I've had it for all these years, man. It's like it's my pride and joy right here, you know.
So, did you start very early to be like in vintage furnitures? What was the reason? How did you come into vintage furnitures?
My last quote unquote job was working for an architecture firm.
There you go.
Yeah, so it's from that point, you know, I've always been, you know, when I was working at the firm, you know, I got inspired by, you know, looking at different buildings, going into people's homes, you know, going into different buildings and structures and getting inspired to help the company who I was working for design new places and you know, clean minimalism, mid-century modern look.
So you're into Bauhaus as well, Bauhaus.
Exactly. Mies van der Rohe and all those guys who sort of, you know, was that movement, that Bauhaus movement. And from that point, man, you know, then of course coming to Europe right after working at the architecture firm and seeing different inspirations and seeing different pieces of furniture and buildings and, you know, hotels that I would stay in, you know.
Yeah, you find it as well.
Yeah,
huh?
you see it, man. So I'm like, okay, you pick up ideas every now and then. You go to this hotel, this is dope. All right, yeah, I like that. You know, I like that style, you know.
Do you know this furniture, this piece? Can you dig it?
Oh, IKEA?
Mormon? You hear of Mormon?
Mormon? No, I haven't heard of it. I thought you was talking about the IKEA, the shelves for the DJ shelves.
No, it's not IKEA.
Yeah, I heard IKEA before.
IKEA was when I started DJing.
Okay.
Not even IKEA. It was like, you know what you get in those, how you call it? Like, we call it Bauhaus, where you go and buy your tools and everything.
Yeah, hardware store.
The hardware store, exactly. Yeah. This is where I had my records in plastic boxes. This is how I used to organize them. And then when I made my first money, I bought an IKEA, the famous one. I don't remember what the name is. This IKEA record shelf. Yeah. And then I said, okay, I got to treat my babies with respect. And I bought them a designer.
There you go. That's it right there. The final resting place.
That's exactly it. Stacey, my brother, anything coming now soon? We spoke about you're going to work a lot on hustling first for your rights from Virgin, where we were going to talk about. Maybe we find an idea how it can work, and bringing some stuff out and everything. And now with the situation that we are not DJing, or let's say slowly it starts DJing, is there anything you miss really, like besides the people and the energy? Do you miss traveling?
That's an interesting question, because I miss the idea of just waking up someplace and getting a history lesson from the airport to the hotel of wherever I am. You know what I mean? I don't actually miss the flying or going through the airports or any of that stuff. If I can teleport, it would be so dope, But I do miss going to, to the cities and feeling the pulse, what the streets is, and how the streets, respond to me getting there. And I actually miss being jet lagged too, because there's a certain thing that happens to me when I get jet lagged, because I don't function on all cylinders, but I just function on high of life, man. High of being in another place, and not knowing what's going to happen. Waking up at, going to sleep at 3 o'clock in the afternoon when you get to these places, and trying to sleep, and you got the people at the hotels doing work on your room on the next door trying to go to sleep.
Crazy.
Some of those things, you kind of take for granted because life goes by so fast. But I do miss going to the different countries, but I don't miss going.
That's me too. Different countries, the different cultures, the people, how they talk, how they look, how everything, how the style is. Oh man, this is inspiration for me.
Exactly.
We will be back. It might be, people think it might be different, but I don't think so. We are underground. We will always remain forever. You can't break us.
Exactly. You can't, man. We've been going on this long. Ain't no stopping us now. Ain't no stopping us now. We on the move, baby.
Thank you so much, Stacey, for being here in my show. And I wish you nothing but the best. I know the situation in the US is not the best right now. I mean, actually, it was never the best. This is what a lot of people forget, I mean, I'm happy and I respect that this is all coming up now, and there is a change somehow, but it's still, the fight is not over yet, and like you guys have the problems in the US, we have it all over Europe. It's only in Europe. It's not a black-white problem, is a different problem, but it's worldwide a problem where we DJs, we are the best to show it can work with different cultures, with different nations, with different colors and religions, and the music combines us and keeps us dancing and happy and peaceful, and I hope this all will return, man. This all will return, and after this year, it can't get worse. The only way is up. It only gets better. And
I think a lot of people are gonna sort of, be more aware of the small, simple things that we took advantage of before all this happened, man. Just going up and, being able to give a person, a pound, or, give a person a hug, or listening to music in a club, man. You know what I mean? Now, how that made you feel, being able to go to a club, being healthy. Some simple thing as that, man. I think that we're going to be more aware of that now, because we realize that it got taken away from us and it still is, but it's never going to be the same. And I hope that doesn't really mess with the people's psyche on where they're to be able to be so fragile,
I think the people will appreciate, and this is my hope, that people will not forget, also protest, dancing, COVID-19, anything that happened in this year and started in last year, it will make people think, and for a good, and it will be good. We are positive people, brother. We are positive people. My brother, you stay safe and watch out and keep inspiring us, my brother, and keep teaching us and stay the way you are, Stacey. Thank you so much for inviting me into your inner circle in Detroit, in your family, and with everything. And for me, it's always a blessing and big respect, my brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. 3 is the magic number, y'all.
All right, my brother. Peace.
Holla. Peace.
Thank you. So everybody, that was Stacey Pullen. Huge, huge respect, a living legend. And for those who don't know who Stacey Pullen is, shame on you. Go check out. And what I'm going to check out now is this Laserdisc thing. It's an interesting thing. I got to find out what is going on with this Laserdisc. So I never seen something like this. Anyway, for all of you, thank you very much. Stay safe, stay healthy, keep fighting, and we will be back on the dance floors. Everything will be all right. Remember that. Listen to Bob Marley, and you know it's going to be amazing. The other thing is, if you like to take a look on my Spotify playlist, 3 is the magic number. I got all the music from all the artists who were here live in the show. And next week, I got a very special guest. And this time I'm going to tell you already who it is. It's Mr. Matthew Johnson, the doctor. So, love you all and stay safe. Peace. I'm out of here.